Welcome back on this Friday. A week after Scott Brown's big Senate win in Massachusetts, another Republican is raising eyebrows after announcing he now has decided to run for Congress, though this in the state of New York. That's because he also happens to be former President Richard Nixon's grandson. There is Richard Nixon, of course, and that is his grandson joining us live, Chris Cox. Good morning to you.
Great to be here.
It's great to have you. We've had your father, Ed, on the program many times. Why do you want to be a congressman representing the great state of New York? And particularly, why did you decide to throw your hat in now?
Well, it's very simple. People in Suffolk County need jobs. That's what the big issue is.
This is out on Long Island.
This is out on Long Island in Suffolk County. People need jobs. People are worried about the deficit. People are worried about taxes. And people want our private sector jobs. And they know the higher taxes go, that means you're not going to be creating private sector jobs. We need to cut taxes, cut the deficit, and we need a congressman that's going to stand up and fight for those issues. And
the guy who's got the job right now, a fellow by the name of Tim Bishop, you say that he sided with Nancy Pelosi. How
97% of the time.
Do you think that is a campaign issue where people go, wait a minute, I don't like her, so if he's siding with her 97% of the time, maybe that tells me something about him?
That's a huge issue. We need someone who's going to be an independent voice, who's willing to stand up and fight against the powers that be, if that's what's necessary, not someone who's just a rubber stamp for Nancy Pelosi and Harry Reid.
You're really going into the family business. Your dad's in politics. Your grandfather, of course, Richard Nixon.
He did a lot in politics. Absolutely.
But do you think the name recognition, he's part of the Nixon family, you think that's going to help you?
Well, whether it helps or hurts, it's part of heritage. But
well, let's talk about both.
Sure.
How does it help?
Well, I think it helps because of what you said. You immediately get name recognition. But then there are a lot of pluses and minuses that come with it. But of course, I think that people look at his record on foreign policy, and I know people come up to me and say, what would your grandfather have done today? And so I think there's also a lot of positives that come with his record.
What would your grandfather have done today?
Well, I think he'd have a different view than what President Obama's doing today. I think his decisions to go talk with a lot of our people who don't like us very much is something my grandfather wouldn't be too happy about.
We just showed a picture of when your mother got married. Tricia
Yes.
Nixon got married to your father.
Yes.
At the White House. I think that was one of the last times they had a wedding at the White House.
I think it was the last time a presidential child was married at the White House.
Very, very nice.
And previously, I think it was a Roosevelt daughter who got married in 1907.
It's been a while, although the catering bill would kill you. All right. Well, Chris Cox, thank you very much for joining us live and talking about your candidacy.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
No pleasure.